Are we live? I think we live. Can you guys hear me? All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can see me. I trying to see if we live. Okay. I had to check on my phone to make sure that we live. See y'all up in here. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey soft place to land. Okay, y'all. We got a few things to cover. We got a few things to cover, so we could go ahead and wrap this thing on up because surprisingly, I did not think that this cast would be as vocal as they are, but baby, they are so vocal. It's a lot of things happening. We're going to touch on a few things. We're going to talk about Bello in the interview he did with Little Black Book. We're going to talk about Devon confirming that he did call Shannon for the streets, okay? We're going to talk about some of the things that Shannon said about him. Well, Mercedes said about him that we didn't get, that wasn't aired, okay? But it was definitely said, so we're going to get into that. I'm going to talk about Lauren because Lauren said, a lot of things that she told us why she went to Donna, why she had a conversation with Donna over there on Kamisha's channel, Kamisha Reviews. She did an interview with her. She told us why she basically had that conversation with Donna and what Donna said to her and things of that nature. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about Dominique's response to Bello. She said that he was in the bathroom for about an hour trying to figure out how he was going to pay for the bill. Okay. So we got some things to get into. So I need y'all to come on in. Make sure you guys are liking the video on your way in so that the algorithm will know that we are live and get more people up in here, okay? And we need the people up in here because once I start, I'm not going back. Once I start, I'm not going back, so you're going to have to catch the replay, okay? Y'all going to have to catch the replay. I have been waiting for this for days. It hasn't even been days. It's been like one day for real. And you always be like, no, you need to go live. And I'm like, dang, can I get a recorded video up in here or something like that? This cast has huge egos leading to good entertainment. You know what? We haven't had this type of like ready to love entertainment in a long time because last season the cast tried to keep it cute. They wasn't trying to do no interviews for real. I thought this cast was gonna keep it cute, right? But somewhere along the line, it definitely got uncute. Oh, and we have to talk about Ashley saying that she's trying to get a Facebook page taken down. And in the messages she referenced Darius as a con artist. So yeah, we gotta get into some things. We gotta get into some things. So let me pull up my notes for what I have for Bello, so we could just start talking about what he was saying because Bello felt like he was like basically putting Dominique on blast, but I feel like he was putting himself on blast as well, okay? I feel like he really exposed a lot of things about him, and when I said that I honestly think that man is a scammer, I meant that. Okay, when I said that he wanted to get to her resources, he figured out she had the resources. That's why he picked her. I figured it out. Like I knew that in my last review was very clear when she said that after he asked about the loan, then he broke up with him. Okay, so let's start with Bello. Okay, so Bello was on Little Black Book's channel. Shout out to Kojo. Shout out to Kojo. If y'all want to go over there and check it out, y'all go over there and check it out. So let's get into what I wrote down, right? So Bello was indeed married at the reunion. So when we got to the reunion was filming, he had already been married. In his outfit that he had got married in, his wife told him to wear that to the reunion. So I guess she said, wear your finest to the reunion. And y'all, somebody in my comments said that the attire for the Nigerian weddings are very, very expensive. So yeah, maybe he wanted to get another wear out of it or so. Maybe. I don't know. But what we did learn is that his wife is all the things, okay? She's Muslim. She's also Nigerian. Muslim and Nigerian. I feel like, and I'm just gonna put this out there, I feel like when he broke up with Dominique, he broke up with her because she was coming back. He was having fun with Dominique until she came back. And then he was like, I gotta cut this off, which is why Dominique is so mad because it really came out of nowhere. Like she said, we was just in the bed 2 days ago. I think that, the holiday season came around. His girlfriend was coming home. And so therefore he had to, go ahead and cut Dominique off. All that was over. And I don't think that old girl even knew about Dominique or anything like that, because why else would he want to go and block her on Dominique's page? If she was in on it, if she knew anything about it, he wouldn't have had to block her. So he definitely was playing both of them. If the girlfriend is the wife. Now I'm assuming the girlfriend is the wife. Now he said that them two had they had dated before, then he spun the block back at her. Child, yeah, all of that. Okay. So just like I said in my review, he saw her. Yes, he saw Dominique as a lick, okay? He really liked Ashante. He really liked Lauren. But when he was talking to Dominique and he realized that Dominique's brother is a millionaire, okay? And that Dominique was like the head basketball wives. She was in charge of like the basketball wives league or something like that. When he realized that she had those resources, he said, yes, ding, 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 it's her. And this is why he picked her, knowing that she might not be able to carry children, knowing that her father didn't approve of his religion. This is why he picked her. So for anyone who would think that man wasn't trying to hit a lick, it's obvious that he was trying to hit a lick, because he was definitely more interested in Ashante and in Lauren. Okay? So much so then he had a whole, let me tell y'all about Bello, because Bello just be lying, y'all. That man sat up there the whole time. They had a whole quick little segment about these oxtails, okay? The oxtails that he thought was so good on screen that he actually said wasn't really that good. So you mean to tell me, and hold on, because let me rewind that a little bit. That wasn't even his first time at Dominique's house. When he went to Dominique's house, that time when the cameras was there, no wonder he felt so comfortable, because he had been there before. So these two were already settled in. And then he faked like he liked those oxtails the same way that he faked like he was fine with her not maybe having to get a surrogate. The same way he faked like maybe he didn't want to he was fine with her father not approving of his religion and not wanting the girl to convert and all the things. He faked it just like he faked everything else. That man sat there and he talked about his business, right? Bello, even in his future plans, when he was talking to Ashanti's family, her parents, he was telling them about, when they asked him about his future, everything was business. He saw Dominique as a way to make money. Okay? Make money. Not per se scam her, like steal the money from her or her brother or whatever, but definitely he saw her as someone who he can use for her resources. And when he realized that he might not be able to get those resources, he said, you know what? Deuces, gotta go. But here's the thing. Bello sat there and tried to make it seem as if, okay, y'all talking about Dominique's lifestyle. She ain't really got no lifestyle like that because she works in retail, okay? I'm surprised. I didn't know Dominique works in retail, but okay. What store she work at? Some retail workers, depending on your position, you might make a little bit of money, okay? Now, I'm not saying you're making a lot of money, but you might make a little bit of money. Dominique got older kids. Only person she got to take care of herself. Her baby father's probably done with the child support and all the things, right? But here's the thing. She said to him, and this is how I know, like, you trying to make her look bad, but it's not really working in my eyes. Because listen to this. He said that she told him she would have conversations, right? And she would say, oh, I don't need to work. If somebody make me mad, I'm going to be done working this, that, and the other. And I could go work for my brother, and my brother could put me on payroll. Meaning that Dominique is doing this by choice. Because Bello, out his own mouth, said that their brother, Dominique's brother, and the millionaire brother is on his payroll getting paid around 120K, 120K just to like follow him around. So Dominique being at this place or whatever is definitely sounding like a choice. Now he said that when she has a man, the man is expected to take care of her. When she doesn't have a man, her brother steps in and take care of her. Okay, how do we know that this brother have all this money supposedly, allegedly? Because Bello said when he met him, he pulled up in a Rolls Royce. Mm-hmm. So Dom, yeah, right. Dom doesn't necessarily have the money because her brother has the money. But we have to think about Dominique's track record, right? She's married to basketball players and stuff like that, so she was being well taken care of. I'm sure she had got the child support and all the things, and now that her kids is grown, she got her a job because that's what you gotta do. You gotta get you a job. But when she's not in relationship, she has a man. Now here's the thing. Dominique probably saw Bello as a lick as well, okay? Because Bello came off as if he got money, he got investments, he got himself together. They could be a power couple. Now, she's used to men taking care of her, and she knows, like, hey, if I'm going to be with somebody that take care of me because my brother ain't going to do it. So it was the best fit for her to pick Bello, which is why she cut the men off immediately once we started narrowing down. She had already had her nails in that man. And then this is how I know that he used her as a lick, okay? Because he said that child, my child done got all this stuff on my sleeve. She dangled a carrot. She dangled it in his face like a carrot, right? He said she dangled the brother, the investments, all the things or whatever in his face like a carrot, which means that she saw him and said, look, I got resources. And he said, yes, 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 give me resources. So they both were sitting there trying to pull one on the other. She saw him as a lick. He saw her as a lick. For two totally different reasons. Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting here like, oh, I already see what's going on. But once he realized that, he probably wasn't going to be able to get that loan or whatever he wanted, the investment, he had to kick it to the curb. Because what? He never wanted her to begin with. Did he enjoy probably having sex with her? Absolutely. Did he enjoy hanging out with her? Probably. But was it supposed to ever be long term? No. No. Then he said that he gave her money. He gave her money for a real estate. He gave her money. He gave her money for a real estate license or something like that. And instead, she used it for rent. Bills got to get paid, sir. Once the money hit my hand, I don't care. It don't matter. Bills got to get paid. But I also feel like, didn't you say when you was with her that you was paying all the bills? Hold on. Let me think this out. If you gave her money for the real estate, right? The bill should have been paid because you was on the reunion saying how you paid for all the things, right? I paid for the rent bills. I paid for the dinners. I did all of that, correct? Ain't that what you said? So this makes me believe that, like, you thought you was going to be able to sell her the dream that you have all these things that you really don't have for real so that she can pick you. And she was like, okay, let me grab him up. And then you thought she was going to be able to use her resources because she has connections. And he thought that he was basically exposing her because she worked in retail. Well, he didn't say all the bills. But if you her man and you making it seem like you helping out with the bills and whatnot, why did she even need to do that? You know what I'm saying? Now, Dom, he said he paid for some of the okay, y'all, some of the bills. Goodness. But either way, she took the money and she spent it on the rent. The rent had to be paid. And because she had a man, quote unquote, which was Bello, brother said, get your man to do it. Okay? Now, when you ain't got no man, I got you. But you got a man. So get your man to do it. What else I got in here? Okay, so that's pretty much what Bello was saying to try to make Dominique. I guess it just honestly, it didn't look good to me for Bello. Bello was full of okay, he's not really answering questions for real. He goes into these long dialogues about nothing. Hey T, he goes into these long dialogues without actually answering. The most excited he got was when he wanted to downplay her oxtail because he lived next door to somebody who got oxtail, who make oxtails all the time, and so all of the things, other things. And I'm just like, you know what, Bello, you played the game, okay? Dominique played the game, you played the game, and look where it got y'all. Nowhere. Dominique was someone asked me why do I think Dominique was so mad, right? Dominique was so mad because what it seems like to me, it seemed like she really liked him, and she also was willing to put aside the fact that he didn't have what he claimed he had, right? And because she was willing to like kind of look past it, because he would say, I want to do this for you, but I can't. I want to do this for you, but I can't. And she was willing to look past that, knowing like, damn, and you played me. I was willing to low key kind of settle, and you played me. So you said she's demanded 600 plus and still working in retail. Now let me go to what Dominique said about this. Let me find it. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to what she said. So in the video on Instagram where they posted the clip, she wrote in the comments and she said, "Well, guys, the dinner was $400 to be exact, okay, for 5 adults. Baby, I only eat home cooked." Okay, she said, "Baby, I only eat home cooked meals. I go out for aesthetics, and this man wanted to take my children out." And was in the bathroom for an hour trying to figure out the bill. Trust me, I can afford to pay the bill and was about to because he took so long, LOL. If you broke, just say that. Okay, let's unpack that. Let's unpack that. So Dominique is saying the bill was 400 for 5 adults. I feel like that kind of makes sense depending on where you're going, okay? She said she cooks at home. She said he wanted to take her and her children out, okay? And so therefore, they went out. She goes out for the aesthetics, meaning I want to go to the nice places. I want the nice environments. I want all the things, other things. So if you want to take me and my kids out, then you go ahead and do that. Then she said that she didn't think he was going to be able to pay the bill because he took so long in the bathroom, over an hour trying to figure out how he was going to pay for it, to the point where she was just about to pay for it because she can afford it. That's what she said, okay? Her expectations don't track 3 grown offspring. Okay, but I need you to understand based on what Dominique said, right? If you ask to take me out and take me and my children out, and you ask us where we want to go, and we say this is where we want to go, you have the right to say yes or no, okay? If you are going to step up to do it, you can't be mad. You can't be mad about doing it, right? If you don't have it, you don't have it. Right? If I come to you and I say, if I'm dating you, if I'm dating a man and he says, "Oh, I want to take you out. I want to take you and your kids out. Where do you want to go? Where do you like to go?" And if me and my kids like to go to a certain place when we go out, and that's where we want to go, and if it just so happened to be $400, you said you was fine with that. That's not an expectation. That's just something that was discussed in them going out. He said that they was going out 3 times a week, right? He said that they was going out 3. I need to know. Okay. What am I holding Dominique accountable for? The fact that she couldn't pay for the meal, the fact that that's not her lifestyle. What exactly do y'all want me to say? And she don't have it. She said that she was going to pay for it. That's why she cooks. That is a high bill. Right, okay? That's why she said this is why I cook, but when I go out for the aesthetics. I don't understand what y'all want me to say. Y'all want me to say, don't go out with a man because the bill won't be $400? What do y'all want me to tell? I'm trying to figure out what y'all want me to say. Because if a man's going to take me out and he offering to pay the bill, You can't be mad at how much the bill is, knowing where we're going. Now, if we going to Outback, if we going to Applebee's, that's expected. But if we go into a high-end restaurant, then you should already know what you're about to step into, especially for 5 people. I'm trying to figure out where the accountability. The accountability for Dominique goes in that she thought she had her one with Bello, and she didn't. The same way he thought he was going to be able to hit a lick. That's the accountability part. The accountability part about her going out to eat and him not being able to pay the bill. How was she supposed to be accountable because he wanted to take her out? Now that part. Now, okay. So taking the money for the real estate, for rent, that's crazy. Because if he gave it to you for a specific reason, then that's what you should have used it for. Now, in that case, Dominique was wrong because that's manipulative and that's deceitful. If you need something from somebody, you ask them for what you need it for, and then you go about your business. But you don't tell them that you want to use it for something else, and then you use it to pay bills, because that's manipulative and that's deceitful. Now, that is wrong. That is wrong. But going out to eat, I don't see how that's crazy. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Yeah, but you said no. We are mad that they both tried to play reverse Uno. That's exactly what I said. She tried to get him and he tried to get her. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. They both thought they had something and they didn't. Right. That is crazy that she used the money for rent, but it does not dissolve the fact that he lied and manipulated. He lied and manipulated, made it seem like he had it one way when he didn't. She took that money from that man, knowing that she needed it for rent, told him that she needed it for something else. So in that case, they both were being manipulative to each other. That's manipulative. Telling somebody you need something for something to make them feel bad or whatever, and then you use it for something else, that's wrong. But at the end of the day, the difference is, and this is the difference. Let me tell you what I think the difference is, okay? I think the difference is that Dominique, I feel, actually liked Bello. I'm not going to say that she didn't like Bello, okay? I'm not going to say that Bello didn't like Dominique, but I feel like Bello already knew that he wasn't really trying to be with Dominique. I think that Dominique actually started to develop feelings for him, was liking him, enjoyed his time and stuff like that, was trying to maybe build a future or whatever, which is why she was so mad when she got blindsided and he just said, "Oh, I don't see you in my future no more." And so in that case, I feel like Bella was effed up for that, because she even said it on the reunion. How she never pressured him. She never really asked him for nothing. Now, that sounds like a lie. Because if you asked him for money for that real estate and you used it for the rent, you had to ask him for something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay? But I think that she really, I honestly, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I honestly think that she liked the idea of Bello. Maybe. The idea, and probably spend the time with him. I don't think that she liked the way everything ended. Yes, child, she thought she had one. He knew it was going to be, he knew it wasn't going to be the show. She didn't. Right. That's exactly what it is. She thought this was really a thing. Bello never once thought this was really a thing. And I think that's where the disconnect is. Just like Ashley thought she had one. Right. Okay, so y'all are y'all understanding me now? Because I feel like y'all was losing me for a minute. Y'all was losing me for a minute. And I feel like y'all gotta let the conversation cook. You gotta let the conversation cook. So we all on the same page now. He thought he had one. She thought he had one. But the difference is the fact that I think she really was invested in him, and he already knew that this was never going to be a thing. And that reminds me, when you say Don was the one applying the pressure on Scream, when I think one of the panelists on Little Black Book asked him about Lauren, and he basically, without saying it, this is what he basically was saying. He was basically saying that he didn't really pursue Lauren because she wasn't chasing him. He made it seem like, Dominique was putting in that pressure. He said that Lauren wasn't consistent. But Lauren told us that she wasn't in the process to be like chasing these men. And Dominique was chasing that man. And the simple fact that he didn't want her. He even said it. He said, I wish that I didn't lock in so early. He didn't want her. He saw her as a come up. He was going to be able to use her resources. If you think about it, now that we're talking out loud, if you think about it, remember the conversations that they had. Most of the conversations was about, them and their businesses and how they could build together and do this together, be a power couple. It was never really, it was never really like a romantic thing. You know? Oh, I don't feel bad for Dom about how everything went down. I do feel bad for Dom because I feel bad for Dom when it comes to how Bello tried to make it seem like, oh, she can't have kids. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's because her father. I don't like the fake ass excuses. Because here's my thing. It was a low blow. That's low as hell. To come after a woman and her womanhood and her womb and her reproductive system after she was vulnerable with you and open with you about the fears that she have around that, and to sit on national television and say she can't have kids is crazy. I feel bad about that. That has to be like embarrassing to a certain extent. I feel bad. She should not have to. She should have never had to witness or hear that come out of that man's mouth when she was very much so open with him and told him right up front exactly. I feel bad for that. Cause that's wrong. That is so wrong. All because you don't want to say I had a girlfriend because you know you were, so you try to flip it and throw it in her face. That pissed me off. That really, I don't really. Let me tell y'all something. Reality TV gets me worked up in my reviews. It may seem like I'm real passionate and I really care. I don't. Okay, I'm really putting on a show because when I'm watching, we be feeling the stuff, we go through the things, whatever, and then we go home. I go mind my business. I take the notes for the next show. I go to sleep. I do all the things. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I got things to take care of. I'm not sitting around thinking about what these people got going on. But that right there, I felt that because that was wrong. And it's not a lot of things that work me up on the reality TV, like for real, for real. But I really felt bad because no woman should have to sit there and hear a man say that about her, knowing that you opened up and you were trying to be vulnerable and you told them baby a surrogate. And Dominique was really at the point where she really, you could tell that weighs heavy on her because she suffered multiple miscarriages. Right. And then that's the thing. Bello only told Lauren. This how I know Bello really liked Lauren for real. Okay? Because Bello only told Lauren about the baby. He never told Dom. He never told Ashante. He never told anyone. He only told Lauren. And then got mad when it had got back around to everybody else. But my thing is, like, was you planning not on telling them? Was that gonna be something else that you were gonna hold? Because we know you like to lie. On Little Black Book's channel, he said that Lauren was the one that started telling everybody. That's what he said. Unless I heard it wrong, he said that Lauren was the one that started telling everybody. And he felt some type of way about that. So I feel like when Dominique put out that he couldn't pay the $400 for the meal or whatever, I think that was her way of trying to make him look bad because of the way he got up there and tried to make her look bad and embarrass her by saying you can't have kids, because that had to hurt. And I think she's wrote that to try to embarrass him because he puts on a persona like I got it like that, right? Because if you with a regular guy who works a regular 9 to 5 and they not claiming to have all this money and they not claiming to be doing all these things, this, that, and other, you're not expecting them to want to. You're not expecting them to do this, right? If I like me and my husband, right? When I first met my husband, both of us was broke as hell. We was 20. What was I? 22, 23, broke as hell. We wasn't going out to dinner for $300 or $400, right? But he also then tried to make me believe he had it like that. So I think the difference is if someone is saying I got this, I got that, it's nothing. We could go here, we can do this, and then we go do this, and then you start complaining about it. It's like, then what you do? Why you trying to push? Why you trying to flex? You're flexing for what? If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Child. But that's what's going on with Bello and Dominique. I feel like Bello played himself. I think he made himself look worse um by trying to explain himself, because it just solidified for me that he definitely did think that he was hitting a lick. Okay, he thought that he was going to be able to use her resources, and once he realized that that wasn't going to really happen that way, he was like, you know what, let me go ahead and get up out of here. Okay, I also believe that the girlfriend, maybe the wife now, was on her way coming home during the holidays, and he said, you know what, let me cut this off because it's going too far, and she's about to come home. So he blocked her from the phone and all the other blocked her from her phone and everything like that, so that they could go about their business. Cause I think that old girl probably was catching on, which is why he decided to block her. Mm-hmm. It ain't tricking if you got it. Thank you, T. That's okay. That's what I'm trying to say. If you say you got it, it shouldn't be an issue. Point blank, period. If you say you got it, it shouldn't be the issue. And I think that's what the issue is. It's like, don't tell me you could do something and then be up this house like, oh, she wanted me to take her out this many times a week and this, that, and other. Like, you wasn't sitting there making it seem like you had it like that. My skincare popping through, y'all. My skincare popping through. But you know what I mean? Okay. Let me see what y'all saying before we move on. Yeah, that was Lord Bello. Yeah, he said Lauren was the only one. Yep, he said Lauren was the only one. Lauren been acting very sketchy. Let's go into Lauren. Let's just move right on into Lauren and Donna, okay? Because we got a little bit of clarification. Now, I haven't really seen or heard from Donna, so I don't know what her side of the story is, so I can only go by one side of the story, okay? Now, Lauren was on Kamisha Review's channel just yesterday, right? Just yesterday. And Kamisha had asked her basically what happened between her and Donna. How did they even have this conversation? Did you go to the coffee shop or whatever? So Lauren said that she went to the coffee shop, and she realized that I guess that Donna was really liking. Um, you know what? Let me just play this, cause why not just play it? Let me pull this up for y'all real quick, y'all. Let me go to YouTube. Make sure you guys are liking the video, please. Like the video while I pull up this maybe
Imagine being
okay.
able to build an app with your name on it.
Donna has a set of things. That's why I'm like, where Donna at? I'm wondering where Donna at. Vince was not attracted to Donna. I think Vince had no choice to go with Donna. I'm gonna let y'all hear what Lauren said. Why am I okay? Thank you. Because I was gonna repeat it, but I just feel like I can just actually just play it. Cause Kamisha my girl, and I don't have to worry about her.
What do you have?
Let me see.
In a relationship with him, so it was never that.
Okay. So let me turn my desk mic on. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
I had all the attention I wanted. We did all the things I wanted to do. It never interfered. So why would I ever? And I was never going to end up being in a relationship with him. So it was.
Did y'all hear that? Before I continue playing, I just need to know if y'all can hear it. Yes, no. I'm waiting on y'all. We can hear it. Okay, okay.
Was never that serious to try to go find her. So when I did see her in person, though, and she's hey, I felt inside, oh dang, this to me, she's in my face. I think we need to have a conversation because I don't think if she knew I was dating Vince, she'd be, hey girl. Right. That to me felt fake. So I said, let's catch up. And she's like, come on. I said, I think you might want to grab some espresso martinis because that's what my coffee shop has great espresso martinis. Right. And she grabbed us too. Oh, it's about to be one of those conversations. Yep. And I told her I dated Vince. She was upset. This is what pissed me off. She went down a laundry list of things that that would knock your socks off. And I said, oh my God, you're doing all that. And y'all did this. And he did. And y'all ill. And you're doing what for him? And y'all not ill. Looked me in my face and said, I'm in love with him and I ain't going nowhere. I said,
now hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Now she said that Donna said to her after she said, hey, I've been dating him as well. And she told her all the things that she was doing for this man. She told Lauren, I love that man. I ain't going nowhere. Mm.
You can have him. I'm gonna go break up with him today, break it off, and you can have him. Wow. She left that coffee shop, drove all the way to Dominic's Drive, running in there. I need to talk to you, and told her I was messing with Bello, which was a complete lie. They cut that out the reunion, Dominic, and then I found out.
Okay. So she said that first she said that Bella she said that once she told her about Lauren, you don't believe half of what Lauren is saying. Well, Donna ain't told us nothing. Vince be looking real good on his IG. Okay. Okay, wait. So basically she said that she decided to go talk to Donna because Donna seemed too happy to see her and she didn't think Donna would be that happy to see her knowing that she was dating Vince as well. Once she told Donna that she was dating Vince as well, Donna said, hey, you know what? I don't care about none of that. I love that man. I'm gonna be with that man. And then, she said, okay, if that's what you want to do. She went. Then she said that Donna went and told Dom that she was messing with Bello as well. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all why I do believe that they all sat up there and decided that they wanted to say that Lauren was messing with everyone. Okay, and it's not because like she couldn't have been messing with everyone. It's only because can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry, y'all. I just need to know if y'all can hear me. Okay. So the only reason why I think that they all did decide to come and just throw out Lauren's name. Now, I not Nicole, because you can tell that Nicole was really Nicole was in the thick of it. Okay, she was in the thick of it. But I think that for what sealed it for me was Ashley, because even Lauren said that Dom threw out the fact that she was messing with Bello in a segment too, and that wasn't it was never aired. But what sealed it for me was Ashley, because Ashley just threw out there that Lauren called, and even when Tommy asked her like, so is that why y'all broke up? She's like, no. So I'm like, so then what did the call have to do with anything? That's the only thing that just it stood out to me like a sore thumb, because I can understand Nicole, because Nicole's not in the little clique, right? So it didn't make sense for Ashley to just throw that out there, and then knowing that Dominique also threw that out there, but it was cut. It seems strange to me. It seems strange to me because it didn't make sense. You know what I mean? If it made sense, then it would make sense. It didn't make sense for Ashley to just say, yeah, we were out to dinner and she called him. And then when he called her, and then, oh no, let me rewind it, because earlier that day he said, oh, I gotta tell Lauren. It was like she wanted to make it a thing. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I low key do. I mean, I do believe that Lauren did call him. I'm not saying that she didn't call him, but what was the reason of throwing it out there if that's not the reason why y'all broke up? Especially once he explained to her that they was friends and they was cool and they knew each other all this time. So let's go back and listen to what else she had to say.
He was messing with Lauren. It never happened. They all planned on going out there saying my name. Then she made the whole and my thing is, after all the ammunition you've given me, you came on this stage and totally disrespected me. Like, I know some things, like you said out your mouth to me in my face, and I swear that whole time we was at dinner, she never made eye contact with me on that stage. You can't. You cannot look me in my face and tell these lies. I couldn't believe she went up there and did that. So that was that situation. I already knew Vince is Vince. My heat towards Vince is my heat towards Vince. My irritation with Donna was for her to sit up there and say, I question your self-love, when you literally told me out your mouth. I knew he was dealing with somebody, because he been acting so distant lately, and I just didn't know it was you. And oh my God, I've only been on 3 dates. You've been on over 5, over 7, over. He's courting you while I'm over here cooking, cleaning, sleeping with it. Like, you're telling me all this, and you're talking to me about self-love. I literally had a girl-to-girl conversation. I said, don't you think you're doing a lot for a man who has not 100% chosen you in real life? And she said, yes. So to go on stage and be like, I question your self-love. Are you kidding me? You question mine? What do you have?
Y'all heard her. She said that she was upset that Donna did that after Donna said that she was cooking and cleaning, doing stuff, events like that, or whatever the case may be, and how he was taking Lauren out more than he was taking her out, and this, that, and the other. I don't know how true any of that is, okay? I don't know. But what I am saying is that that is her side of the story. I don't know what Donna's side of the story is, but that's her side of the story. And y'all y'all I know y'all gonna say, yeah, I'm defending Lauren, But I just need y'all to hear me out for a second. Can y'all at least hear me out? Say yes. Say yes. Lauren did interviews before the reunion. And Lauren even said on a reunion that she said she didn't say a lot of things that she could have said, and she kept it classy, she kept it cute. I think she's at the point where it's like everybody keeps trying to say all these things about me. I'm done keeping quiet. I'm done keeping it cute. I'm done trying to not say, take the bigger role when everybody's talking crazy about me. That's the only reason why I feel like, because this interview was just yesterday. When we talked to Lauren wasn't like talking like this. You get what I'm saying? You can tell that she downplayed a lot of stuff, and maybe because she didn't know what was going to be aired or whatever. But she did say that there was a lot of things that she could have said that she didn't say. And I do think that it's shady, but you got to also understand, like, when people are attacking you, and when you decide to respond, it's going to look shady. But other people have been dragging Lauren. They've been dragging Lauren for they've been dragging Lauren like hell, okay? I'm just going to say that. They've been dragging her like hell, so you can't be mad at her for wanting to drag back. Everybody dragging. And no, I don't. No, she should look. I still feel some type of way that she even gave Vince a chance, right? But at this point, everybody gave Vince a chance, even Ashley. Even Ashley. So I can see it. I can see if you've been quiet and then the people is just dragging you and calling you all types of hoes and then saying that you best with everybody and doing all the things and everybody trying to downplay like they didn't like you for real, but then everybody wanted to date you outside the show and all the stuff like that. At some point, it gets to a point, y'all. It gets to a point where it's time to do a little bit. Yeah, the way she was, look, her dating Vince is crazy because, like, why? Especially if you know he chose Donna, that's crazy. But according to her, these two had a conversation. She deserves it, kinda, if she knew Donna liked him. That's why I was. But if you heard her, she said, she said that when she saw Donna, and Donna was too friendly with her, that's when she knew that Donna didn't know about her. So it just sounded like she just said, I don't care if he messing with, everybody was fine with Vince messing with everybody. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like Vince was fine. It sounded like Lauren was fine knowing that he was messing with Donna. It sounded like Donna eventually got fine with him messing with Lauren. And Nicole was fine with him messing with everybody. And then Vince had all the cake. Vince had all the cake, okay? And he was honest about the fact that he was seeing other people. Now, I don't know how honest he was about who he was seeing, but he was honest about the fact that he was seeing all the other people. And it sounded like, if you listen to everybody's side of the story, it sounded like everybody was fine with him seeing all the other people. So in that case, everybody's a side chick. Donna's a side chick, Lauren's a side chick, Nicole's a side chick. Because everybody was seeing Vince, knowing that Vince was seeing everybody. No, look, he probably didn't say He probably didn't say I'm dating. Lauren knew that he was dating Donna. Donna knew that he was dating other people. She just didn't know that it was Lauren. And she damn sure didn't know that it was Nicole, okay? Nicole got up there on that reunion stage and said, I know you seeing other people is no problem with me. Just let me know how you still feel about me. So Nicole knew that he was seeing other people. Lauren knew that he was seeing other people. Donna knew that he was seeing other people. They just didn't know that they all was the other people. So, in the sense of him being honest about seeing other people, yeah, he could see other people. He said he was seeing other people. He just didn't say, oh, by the way, the other people is Nicole, Lauren, and Donna. So, there's all of that. There's all of that. Let's move on. Lauren knew Donna wouldn't be cool with him dating her. No, she didn't. She said that though. She said that she knew that Donna wasn't going to be cool. She said the way Donna responded to her, because Donna was like, oh, like, hey, Lauren, she knew that she couldn't have known that she was talking to Vince. That's why she said, let's sit down and have this conversation, because she wanted to let her know, hey, I'm talking to Vince, right? So therefore, that's why they had that conversation. And then that's when Donna told her, well, that's my man and I love him and I ain't going nowhere, so that's on you. And it seemed like now Lauren said that she didn't go talk to him. She stepped away, but I don't 100% believe. I do feel like they probably did have some more dates. And then considering the fact that Lauren said that they just stopped being friends like a couple of weeks ago, lets me know everything that I needed to know. She definitely didn't pull all the way back. No, she didn't. They all was fine with Vince dating everybody. Okay. And I wonder, did anybody else get offered to go shopping like Ashley? Okay? That's what I wonder. I wonder, did Lauren get offered to go shopping? Well, it don't seem like Donna got the offer to go shopping. I wonder if Nicole got the offer to go shopping. Like, what's tea? What's tea? But if y'all want to go watch that interview, it's on Kamisha Review's channel. So just put in Kamisha Reviews, it'll pop up. She also did an interview with Ashante, so if y'all want to go watch that, y'all can too. I haven't got the chance to watch it. I probably won't, because I think I'm done with Ready to Love after this though. Okay, now let's move on to Ashley. Chad, we gotta get through the things. Okay, so Ashley, there is a Facebook group. Do you guys remember the Never Ever Mets? Remember the lady Lex who was dating Chris from Ready to Love? So she runs the Facebook page over there. I'm not sure which page this is, because it's so many pages that I'm a part of, so I don't know. I don't need to be over there for real. But she runs a Facebook page, and apparently on this Facebook page, people have been dragging Bello, dragging Nicole, dragging people. Just dragging the cast members, okay? And Ashley felt a type of way, right? So Ashley felt as though she was being biased, or she was protecting Darius, because every time somebody would post something about Darius or say something about Darius, then she would go ahead and delete it or remove it. I need y'all to go ahead and make sure y'all liking the video. If this is your first time here, you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can move on, okay? Like the video, y'all. Like the video. We got how many likes? 63 likes and 147 people here. That hurt my feelings. Just pull the live down a little bit and press the thumbs up button. Thank you. Okay, so she reached out to Lex, who runs the Facebook page, because she felt like, oh, every time somebody says something about Darius, she takes it down, right? If you want to be with Darius, go be with Darius. You like Darius, and you like Darius. Now, here's the thing. Lex was saying, hey, the main reason why everybody even found out about Darius and the white girl was because my page. Of course, I'm not protecting Darius. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is a Facebook page. You can't control everything that goes on. Like, it's for Ready to Love. We talk about Ready to Love, and people gonna talk about people. People gonna talk about people. I don't have time to sit here all day and take people message, comments out and protect this, that, and other, right? Now, Lex said that she only took down the stuff that involved DV when it came to Darius, because those are serious accusations that cannot be confirmed. So she didn't want that on her page, which I think is fair, right? That is completely fair, versus people dragging Bello for thinking he's a manipulator for being on TV. You know what I'm saying? So she told her that she was going to get her page taken, that, she brings in all these views and millions of views, and she's on, one of the top heavy hitters over there on the Ready to Love cast, and this, that, and the other, and I got more pull than Darius, and I could get your page taken. That's what Ashley said. Because I guess all this has went to her head maybe just a little bit too hard. Just a little bit too hard, okay? Kamisha Reviews also has the text messages and everything over there on her channel. If y'all want to go see it, y'all go see it. But I did want to read this one, because this stood out to me. Because the message that she sent to Lex was, Nope. Continue to talk to Darius and get your sources from a con artist. The way you just protected him today, I see that you are not for women. And you allow other people to belittle other cast members. Bello does not deserve the comments he or Nicole. But you keep everything up there about them, whether it's true or not. You must like Darius. The way you keep protecting him and deleting things for him is weird. I will be reporting this group. So I want to circle back to the con artist part. We gotta go there. Sorry, we gotta go there. Okay. When she say heavy hitter for what exactly? I don't know. Ready to love. I don't know, y'all. I think the show is really starting to get to people's heads. I really honestly think it just started to get to people's heads. They feeling like they really, they superstars. I don't know. So I don't know what what the reference mean for con artists. Okay, does she mean like and then it's the whole protecting him situation. Like you're protecting him. And so it's like, is any of this true? Because if it's not true, then you wouldn't feel some type of way about her taking the things down. You call him a con artist. Is it a con artist because he played you and he really didn't want to see a future with you? He really came up here for fame? Is that what it is? Is it a con artist like he like to get with women and try to see what he could get from them? Like, what kind of con artist are we talking about? I just thought that was very telling and very interesting that she was upset because she felt like she was protecting him and not everybody else. It's so much so that you have to call him a con artist and say that she's not for women. So is Ashley telling us something that we know or don't know? I don't know. I just thought that was very interesting. Lexa Royal is a thirsty male sent a thirst trap. Maybe she does want Darius. I don't know. Okay? Because I'm not talking about Lex. I'm talking about Ashley. And here's a little bit of advice. Them Facebook groups, everything was here seasons before you. They will be here seasons after you. You can't be mad. If you don't like what people are saying, don't go in the groups. If you don't like the way reviewers talk about you, don't watch the reviewers. There are so many Facebook groups. There are so many different reviewers. You have your pick of the litter. What would I like to change on the show? I would like them to get people who actually want love. I wonder if the head fell off the fox. Child, I don't know. But I just feel like I'm just gonna talk about Ready to Love cast as a whole in general. Everybody, every season. Every season is included in this. I'm so sick of all the Ready to Love people. They sit there and they talk about the editing. They talk about, this, that, and the other. The reviewers, the Facebook pages, the groups, the comments, the this, that, and the other. And then half of them be right here next season doing the same exact thing we doing. Doing reviews. Talking about people. But I thought it was the editing. I thought that's not how it really go down. But they be the main ones. Half of them all got channels. But let it be their season. Oh, this is not me. This is not me at all. But as soon as they get on their channel, now it's everybody but me. Like, that it gets to a point. If you can't take it, get out of the groups, get out of the channels, get out of the stuff. You don't have to put yourself in that situation. Because these would be some of the same people that sit there and talk about, oh, the reviewers, the groups, the this, that, and the other. And then next season have their own channel reviewing Ready to Love. Pulling up the cast, talking about them, talking about the way they look, looking at the edit, calling this one dumb, this one crazy, this one stupid. Just like and then after they done complained about everything that we did they season, they go ahead and do it the very next season. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none of this. I'm so tired of hearing about it. Always complaining about. You want to get a Facebook group taken down for what? When you can literally not go in the group at all. You so worried about what's going on in the Facebook group. It don't make sense to me. You hear that dating shows are hard to cast men. I do. I know that they are hard to cast men. I do. I get it. And so that's why for me, at this point, with shows like Ready to Love, Love is Blind, I'm not going into these shows anymore actually looking for love, right? I'm at the point where entertain me. If you're not gonna give me love, entertain me. I want to be entertained. That's why I love the Never Ever Met so much, because I don't care if the storylines is fake or not. Them people entertaining as hell. Them people entertaining as hell. I don't care. And so I'm at the point where it's like I'm not taking any of this stuff serious. If we just so happen to get couples that fall in love and be happy and stuff like that, then I love that. I'm here for that. I will support that. Okay? But if we gonna have people come up here and be, fake or whatever, at least be entertaining. Don't be boring. Entertain me. That's why I love the Never Ever Mess. That's the one show I know for damn sure I'll never take that serious over there, because them people always come out with the best storylines. You get a baby, you get a baby, you get a baby. I'm here for all of it. Everybody gets a baby. You get what I'm saying? So I just, it's nothing that they really could do because it's the format of the show. The only thing that I can really think of is like either you get some people who actually want love, or y'all just go ahead and entertain us for real. After the DC season, I stick to reviews only. Devon had a nappy baby. Child, how did we get this? Speaking of Devon, let's move on. Child, is this our last topic? I think this might be our last topic. Okay. So, child, let's get into it. So, when I said that I believe Nicole, when Nicole said that, Shannon was for the streets and he didn't like Dominique's values. Some people told me that I was giving Dominique too much credit. I mean, some people told me, Chloe, did you hear Devon wants to sue on allegedly for Mercedes talking about his mechanical penis? We about to get into that. I don't know about the suing part because I feel like it wasn't aired. So if you got up there and aired out your own business, sir, how is that anybody's problem but your own? We getting into it right now though. We literally walking into it right now. Okay. So a lot of people told me, oh, you giving Nicole too much credit. I need y'all to listen to my reviews when I'll be putting them up. I literally walked through that whole conversation of how Devon lied, that whole conversation. He lied the whole conversation. He tried to make it seem like he didn't want to see Nicole in a romantic way when that's exactly what he was trying to do. And he tried to act like he wasn't texting her, calling her, when he did admit to the fact that she did say, stop calling me, stop texting him. And then he said that she was unhinged. Like, he literally contradicted himself that whole entire conversation, which lets me know that Nicole was telling the truth, right? Now, here's the thing. Devon went up there and said, now I heard that he was copywriting, like copy striking people for this. So one of my subs sent me Devon's live. Okay, Devon went live. And he had a lot of things to say. So let's start from the beginning. Devon said that Devon said that he wants to address the fact that he called Shannon a said that she was for the streets because that was wrong, okay? She is unhinged. She could be unhinged, but that doesn't but the fact that he tried to say that she didn't tell him don't call me after he said that she told me to don't call her, and I thought that was very, and she went on a rant being unhinged. It all adds up, but he tried to make it seem like she didn't say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I mean? You get what I mean? Okay, but let's go ahead. So, Nicole was a mess too. That wig was pushing. She was hot, girl. She was hot. Okay, no, come on, y'all. Stick to the task. Stick to the task. Okay, so he basically said that what happened was him and Nicole were on the no, not Nicole, sorry. Hey, child, my son is up there wilding. Him and Shannon were on the phone together and they were having a conversation. Shannon mentioned how she was just so horny that because she hadn't had sex in a week. Now, for me, I'm taken aback by that one statement right there because I'm just going to say this. We in a process. How long have we been in the process that she didn't have sex for a week? You know what? That's none of my business. But I do think that that's very weird that we in the process to find love and you know what? You grown. Do what you want to do. Okay. So he said that kind of made him, feel a little funny because like, why would you say that to me? We just kind of like met and we in this process together and I'm really looking for love and you talk about how you ain't had sex in a week or whatever. Okay, so that's where he kind of mentioned that to Nicole about her being for the streets, okay? Because he started to look at her differently because she was, I guess, more open about her sexuality and the things that she liked, which I think, to me, like, girl, to each his own. We grown women, and it's nothing to be ashamed about. Your sex drive, your appetite for sex, and all the things are the things. None of that is the issue, right? But he felt some type of way about that because he looked at her in a different way. So his perception of her is, oh, she's like a Claire Huxtable, she's a Michelle Obama, and so because she's that type of person, she's not supposed to want sex or get horny. I don't know. But yeah, she said, yeah, a week is wild. That's what I was like. Now, I'm not, look, nobody really wants to go a week without having sex for real. You know what I'm saying? We grown. But like in the process where you're supposed to be finding love and you're dating multiple people and like I feel like you probably shouldn't be having sex with, outside of that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, okay? But that's what she said. So therefore he felt some type of way, and I guess he mentioned that to Nicole, so he was upset that Nicole brought it up, okay? But he did say, still, F Shannon because she's the ops, okay? He apologized. Well, he said, did he apologize? I think he did apologize, or he just said, you know what, I was wrong for saying that, or whatever. But he said that he was wrong for saying that because that's not right. Every woman should be able to own their sexuality. He just felt some type of way. Now, he did say, still, F her, okay? That's very clear. He said she is the ops, F her. Now, we are starting to figure out why he got so much energy for Mercedes and Shannon. Okay, so basically he said that this is kind of crazy. Him and Shannon had conversations. So we know that they talk about sex. That's like one of the things that they've been talking about. So in the conversations they were talking about, he brought up how he was born with I don't know, something wrong with his penis or something like that or whatever. So therefore he has like a mechanical penis. I don't know, maybe a mechanical, I don't know the logistics of it, the ins and out of it, a mechanical penis, okay? So what happened was on the reunion, Mercedes got up there and the production cut this out. Now, here's the part that I'm going to talk about. Who just said that he wants to sue OWN? He can't sue OWN because OWN did not air that. Okay? Allegedly, well, apparently, he said this. When Mercedes went on that rant, remember she said Shannon was being transparent. She was dealing with baby mamas and, different things like that. In that same sentence, she also said "in mechanical penises." Yeah, prosthetic penis is wild. Yeah, I didn't even know they do that, but apparently they do. They do that. All right. So, they have uh, yes, child, y'all making me lose my thoughts. So apparently they were having a conversation. He told her that he was born this way or whatever. Yeah, he said all this on the live, and this is why I'm like, you can't be mad at that because OWN didn't air it and we didn't hear it. So for you to go and repeat it is crazy. None of us heard this except for when you said it, Devon. That is a problem. Now I would play it for y'all because I have the clips, but he gave people permission, and then I heard he was striking channels. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. You're not gonna strike my channel, so I'm just gonna relay the message. But anyway, him and Shannon seemed to be having a conversation, and so he brought up that when he was born, his penis was defected, or it wasn't working, or wasn't doing what it's supposed to do, or he didn't have one. I'm not really sure the whole process of it all. Okay, so he confided in her that information, which made him feel some type of way because if I'm telling you this in person, if I'm telling you this in confidence, and I feel like, and I'm gonna be very honest with y'all right now, okay? Shannon was wrong. Shannon was wrong because if Mercedes knew this, that means that they had talked about this before they even came on a reunion, before he even heard that she was for the, before she even heard him say that he was for the streets or something like that, right? And I feel like for somebody to be that open with you and to discuss something so personal, that is personal, y'all. That is not like that's not something that men just go around telling everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he had to really have some type of level of trust in her to tell her that, because that is not something that I feel like he walks around just opening up to every woman he meet. Hey, by the way, I got a prostate. My penis isn't really my penis, right? I don't feel like that's something that he just goes out and say. So I feel like that is wrong for her to go ahead and mention that to someone else, and then that person brings it up on national television. Now, it could have been aired, but OWN decided not to air it. Good call on them. But he can't sue because how are you going to sue when you're the one that got on the live and said it? I don't think they realize that once you put something on the internet, it is there forever, okay? The same way I was minding my business and then I started getting DM these videos. You don't think that everybody else got had a chance to see it or not? You don't think it was going to get around, so you put that, if you volunteered that information, but he wanted to add the context as to why he said F Shannon and F Mercedes. Yes, he did say that at the end of the video. He said he thought that that was crazy because Shannon's a nurse, that she would actually go and tell somebody because she's a nurse. So I think that he felt like safe. He felt safe. He felt comfortable knowing that, she has knowledge. She's very, intelligent, that she's not going to just go spread his business around. And she did exactly that. So he definitely was upset about that. I don't know. I don't know if he watched the reunion before he put this out, to be honest with you, because all I know is that next thing I didn't even know he was live. And I followed Devon over there on Instagram. And I didn't even know that he did this live. He took the live down. He said that, he gonna make it over or something like that. I don't know. Okay. I heard that, another content creator had the clips and she was putting them up there and he gave her a copyright strike or something like that. So she took it down after she had already asked him if it was okay to post. And so therefore I'm not going to post it because I had it locked and loaded in a clip. But I was like, nah, I'm not playing like that. I'm not playing like that. But I think that was really, really effed up of Shannon to do because that is something that is so personal. I just think that's so personal. The same way I felt about Bello saying that Dominique can't have kids, that's a low blow. It's the same thing to go up there and talk about something that this man has no control of. That's a low blow. Especially if he felt comfortable enough to say it. Especially if he felt comfortable enough to say it to you and tell you. Hey, Elsie. Um, well, yeah, I think it was Elsie. It was Elsie, but I didn't want to, put all the business out there. But then she entered the chat, okay? But I didn't want to put all the business out there, nothing like that. But I just feel like that's messed up. Now, does it justify how he responded? No. Does it justify? Because next thing you know, because he said all these things about these girls before he even knew that Shannon told her. So he was calling Shannon for the streets before he even knew that Shannon told Mercedes about the prosthetic penis. So no, you were still wrong. But he said he understands that he was wrong. That's what he said. So I don't know. You gonna air it all tomorrow? Okay. But let me know so I can be in attendance. Because I am taking a break from YouTube until Wednesday is Love is Blind come out Wednesday. My anniversary is Valentine's Day. I will be married. Ooh, is it 8 or 9? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 8 years. I'll be married for 8 years. Oh my God, that's crazy. And so me and my husband are going to see Cat Williams on Friday. We're going to see Cat Williams on Friday. Which day is Valentine's Day? We're going the day before Valentine's Day. We're going to see Cat Williams. And so I'm gonna take so y'all probably see me Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday for all the damn videos. All 6 videos for Love is Blind and The Traitors and Love During Lockup. Yeah, so all the things. Okay, yeah, so yeah. You might see me on Saturday or you might not. It just depends. It just depends if we do anything else, because I know we definitely going out on the day before. But anyway, let's get back to Ready to Love. So yeah, this whole season, it was okay. I'm not gonna say it was a bad season. Honestly, we had some good conversations. We had some good lives. We had a lot of fun. Oh, thank y'all so much for all the anniversary wishes. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, we so cliche, right? How we gonna get married on Valentine's Day? Like, who does that? Well, he did propose to me on Valentine's Day, so we just stuck with the whole Valentine's Day theme. And this way we can never forget. Because I'm bad with dates. Y'all tell me I forget everything. My husband be like, today is this and this. I'm like, I don't remember nothing. Okay, so you can never forget. Okay, it's a cheat code. Traitors is out after last Black channel eliminated. Oh, you say you done with Traitors? I'm gonna finish the season out. I was gonna be done too, but I'm gonna finish it out. I need to see how it ends. But yeah, Ready to Love overall as a season, I think was pretty cool. I think it was better than the season before. So they had to give us something, because the season before dragged. It really dragged, and then they gave us this weird break in between that I think they were trying to get their audience back. So that's why they did it right back to back. So I'm looking forward to next season. Gonna see how that's gonna turn out. I really hope they bring back the Never Ever Mets, because that's the foolishness I love. I need to get into all the Never Ever Mets foolishness. Allegedly, Lauren and Christina was on another spinoff for Ready to Love, so maybe make a move. I'm thinking it's make a move, but they couldn't tell me, so we'll have to see if that's it for sure. Ready to Love probably won't be back to next year, because they like to take their long breaks. But I really enjoyed all y'all this season. I appreciate every last one of y'all for liking my videos, watching my videos, hyping my videos, sharing my videos, commenting, all the things of the things. We've had a ball, okay? And I love y'all for standing by me even when you don't agree with me and you low-key be trying to argue with me, because y'all love to argue with me sometimes, okay? But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all so much, child. I've had enough of Christina and Lauren. Well, we about to... We're about to see how that's gonna go. But y'all know I'm not going nowhere. We still active over here. We getting into Love Is Blind. We're still doing Traders Love during lockup, and then I'm pretty sure Married at First Sight will be spinning back. Whatever show comes back on, y'all know we're gonna be here. Okay, I'm gonna be here, and I am considering. Okay, don't hold me to it, but I think I'm going to do the Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip because Nene is back, and I feel like I really need to tap into that. So we might be crossing into the Housewives space, y'all. I've been trying to expand my channel. Child, what has he got? My son just be screaming. I've been trying to expand my channel, so we might be crossing into the Housewives. No promises yet, no promises, but we might be. Anyway, y'all, I had so much fun. Don't forget to like this video, hype it up, share with your friends, get more people in here. We hit 14K, going for 15 now. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.